Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives? Hello, and welcome to another episode of So Are the Days of Our Lives? I'm your host, Olivia Willis. This is a podcast where I recap somewhat recent episodes of Days of Our Lives and break down all the campy, dramatic greatness, celebrating guilty pleasure entertainment in all its forms. And today I have a dear friend, an old classmate. Cullen Arbaugh is in the house. Cullen, welcome, and thank you for being here.
Olivia, thank you so much for having me. I am absolutely thrilled. And it's been a long time coming.
It has
I,
been a long time coming. You know, the universe works in those ways where it's like you hang out with somebody after you haven't seen them for a long time, and I'm like, wait a second, you're somebody I need to talk to about Days of Our
here I
Lives.
see you.
I see something in you that you could be responsive to
Oh,
this.
yes, very responsive, I will say.
I can't wait. So we've talked about this a little bit off mic, but I'll ask you the question here on the podcast. What relationship do you have to Days of Our Lives or soap operas in general, if any?
Okay, so to Days of Our Lives, I have had zero relationship to. This is the first episode I've ever seen in my entire life.
Perfect.
Soap operas in general, I have auditioned for General Hospital, and I did.
Iconic.
I auditioned for General Hospital. Just want to put that out there. I was a drunk, aggressive guy yelling at a girl at a pool party. I didn't get it. But
Because you're too, you're too loving. You're too,
thank you. Thank you. I wish I booked, but maybe it's for the best. I
of
didn't go down
course.
that route of the villain. I don't want to be a soap villain.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So I did a little research
Love
when I
that.
auditioned for that. But I'd say I haven't watched a lot of American soaps. When I got kind of into telenovelas or telenovela adjacent things, because I lived in Mexico for a
Yes.
bit, and
Yes.
if you pop on just cable, there's all of these. Yeah, telenovelas, there's a lot. They're prolific, like very powerful, glamorous women, like lots of
Yes.
betrayals, and there's a sexiness to it, and I was drawn into that.
Yes.
I also feel like even in like streaming content for like from Latin America especially, there's like a steaminess and like a sleaziness and a sexiness that they like
Yes.
allow in like their and even in their like in their streaming slop. There's like this fun, sexy, just like glamour that people have, and that I really like, and made me want to get into soaps more because I
I
was like, oh,
love that. Yes. Oh my God, the glamour. That's so true.
like it's not there's just women, just there's like a mythic power, and
Yes.
they run shit. Like women run the house, they run their relationships, like running everything.
Yes. Oh my God, I love that. That's so good. I love, yeah, like the telenovela. I feel like just that idea of like you just turn on the TV and it's on. I feel like it's such a bummer that we've like lost that in American
Yes.
soap operas because I was literally just thinking about this afternoon where it's like there's no rewatchability factor for a soap because there's 10,000 episodes. Like you don't go back and rewatch. You just turn it on and it's on and you like jump
Yes.
in wherever you have found yourself. And so I feel like Days of Our Lives exclusively streams on Peacock and like General Hospital is maybe still on ABC. I
I
think
think
they are still on ABC.
it's still around, but it's a different dynamic. And what you said about it's just on. I will
Yes.
probably talk about it more when we go over the episode, but there's a quality to the writing where it's not about this isn't like auteur cinema. Like you're not
Yes.
here. This is about dipping into an emotional world and
Yes.
checking when you want to.
100%.
There's another soap, Valle Salvaje, like the Savage Valley. It's a new one that's like a Spanish one. And
Ooh,
my partner watches it all the time when he's cooking breakfast. And it is, again, it's just something that's in the
in
background.
the
But that's
background. I say this all the time about Days of Our Lives, and this is no offense to anyone who makes Days of Our Lives. My favorite way of watching Days of Our Lives is to turn it on and leave the room. Like literally just like the TV is on and I'm in another room doing something else, but I
yeah,
wander in and I check in or I hear it and like it's just I'm getting it through osmosis. And
yeah,
you're exactly right. It is structurally written for you to be able to be like, wait, what did you just say? And then they repeat
yes.
exactly what you need them to repeat. And it's like, oh, thank God.
Okay, I need some clarification. You're doing, he did that
Perfect.
too? Yeah, that
Ex-
exactly.
Exactly, exactly. So good. Okay, I love that. Sort of like I insinuated, Days of Our Lives is just like a guilty pleasure TV. I'm deciding to reclaim the phrase guilty pleasure entertainment because I don't think we should have any guilt about it. But also, I get it's not Shakespeare, although I do have a theory that Days of Our Lives is the Shakespeare of daytime television, but we can get to that another day. Do you feel, Cullen, like you have like guilty pleasure, comfort, entertainment? Like it doesn't have to be TV, but like something that you return to that you're just like, this is like a weighted blanket when I put it on.
Yeah, honestly, maybe like animated shows from my youth. Like,
Oh,
I was a
nice.
SpongeBob kid, and like, I
Yes.
genuinely think SpongeBob is brilliant. Like, it was a
Yes.
brilliant piece of writing and animation, and the characters are like timeless. So
Yes.
I have and revisited old SpongeBob episodes, and they often hit like just as well. Like
That
the
is a perfect
creepiness,
answer.
it kind of is, I think, the perfect animated show of
Yeah.
like for millennials, basically.
I love
I
that. Yeah. And yeah, it's like we get the nostalgia factor, like going back to it, but also it's just like, wait, this is still
I'm like, wait, this is
hilarious.
actually kind of amazing.
When
Like
I'm in
these,
a hotel, I will turn on SpongeBob for sure if
I
it's
think it's,
on.
yeah,
10 out of
beautiful.
10.
10 out of 10.
Oh, amazing. So, Colin, today we are talking about an episode from season 61 of Days of Our Lives. So I'm dropping you right in to the
Yes.
to the middle of it. Should we just start? Do you have any like big questions before we start, or should we maybe just jump in?
I think just jump in. I had so many, I think yeah, I was
Yeah,
thrown in. Let's just jump in.
let's get into it. Okay, here we go. Today we are talking about Days of Our Lives season 61, episode 21, which aired Monday, September 22nd, 2025. I'm going to try a new thing out where I usually just go straight into the recap, but I'm going to give us the cast of characters and
Mm.
maybe I can just give a little bit of identifying like names and stuff. So hopefully that's helpful as we move forward. In this episode, we have Rafe Hernandez, who is present as the foster parent of record for a very popular orphan in Salem.
Yes, popular. Definitely popular.
A popular baby. We have Sarah, who is the doctor, white coat.
Got it. Never got her name. I literally yeah, I'd be like, like,
Doctor lady. So that is Sarah this episode. We've got Johnny DeMera and his wife Chanel. They are somewhat newlyweds and, you know, dealing with drama and stress of life for much of this episode. We have in this episode Marlena Evans, Dr. Marlena Evans, who is dealing with mystery illness. I'm obsessed with her. We have her adult stepson, Brady Black, who's the like leather jacket. Is he wearing a
oh,
leather jacket or is he just
yeah.
that's the vibe that's always in my memory of him?
It was a leather jacket.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. It's
Blue
like
eyes, beard. Yeah.
piercing blue eyes, beard,
Blue eyes.
leather jacket, and like necklaces, I feel like always, maybe. Then Brady's son, Tate, like, and so then we have the college cohort of Tate, his soon-to-be ex-girlfriend Holly, her roommate Ari, and then Sophia, who recently gave birth to Tate's child.
Yes.
So that's a
Whoa.
lot going on.
A lot happening.
It's
A lot of
crazy. I
connections.
realized I fully skipped, like, I didn't recap any episodes about Sophia's birth, but it was fucking nuts. And I don't know why I skipped over those. She fully gave birth alone in her bedroom.
Oh my God.
And she
She had
literally,
a
there was,
natural birth alone at
yes.
home.
And there was a line where she was like, I'm going to look up a YouTube video on how to give birth.
That is
And then
crazy.
she was like, I can't have this baby. My mom's going to make me keep this baby. And so she brought the baby to the firehouse. She then pretended to still be pregnant, like got a belly and pretended to still be pregnant for several weeks, like until her due date. And then, so the reason, a little backstory we're going to get into, the
Yeah.
reason like Tate is so frustrated with her is that she kind of just like disappeared one weekend and then was like, I'm in Chicago giving birth. I also found a family to adopt our baby. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. So he didn't get to see the baby at all. Like he
But
thinks
he knew she was pregnant.
he knew she was
I
pregnant and
think
he knew it was his.
okay, good. Yeah.
But oh thank God. But but yeah, so she was like being understandably shady because she
Yeah.
had already given birth and given the baby away. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean that's I was thinking about that today too. I'm like, man, I skipped like a really dramatic chunk of episodes there, but I was just sort of like teen pregnancy.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
If
We'll
we've heard it once, we've heard it 1,000
hear it over and over
times. No, I'm
again.
kidding. So that's our cast of characters.
Beautiful.
The episode begins at the hospital with Rafe Hernandez, as I mentioned, bringing his foster child Tesoro in for his 12-week appointment. So they have named the
Yes.
baby Tesoro. He is our treasure.
I was struck by I'd never seen this actor before, but he has like beautiful eyes and like almost like
Yes.
frighteningly doughy eyed. Like
Yes.
I kind of was falling into him. Like I was just like, he's captivating.
Perfect soap look. Yeah.
He looks amazing. Like soft, very like masculine and kind, but like
Yes.
soft.
But soft.
Like
Yes. And this is very much this is like Rafe's position in the show. He's always like, you need a father figure, I got you.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Like
it
one
makes perfect sense that now he's fostering baby Tesoro. He's bringing the baby in for his 12-week appointment. They make this joke, the baby eats like a linebacker, and he like really leans into it. I was like, okay, it's a little much on how much baby T is eating.
Yeah, yeah. Strange. Strange for sure.
But overall, the baby is very happy with Rafe and his family. This scene does also introduce us to one of my favorite things they do on this show, which is empty stroller acting. Like we clearly we have a stroller facing with the rear towards the camera, and we've got people leaning over the stroller doing commentary on the baby that's
Yeah.
allegedly inside.
Yeah, I love the also later on is the clearly the empty swaddle,
Absolutely.
the swaddle without the baby,
The
which is
flour sack wrapped in a blanket.
empty blanket. Brought
Yeah.
me back to college acting days of any type.
Perfect.
That was really good.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we learned that in college so that hopefully one day we can be on a soap and do no baby acting.
That's what training is for. That's what it's there.
100%. The next scene, they transition with this like insane stock photo that they've started using that is, I swear to God, New York City. Like it's the Upper West Side. It's such a metropolis, but we're supposed to believe it's this like sleepy suburb of Chicago that they live in.
Okay,
So
they're in Chicago. This
they're
is Salem,
Salem,
Illinois.
Illinois.
Got it.
you,
Okay.
you know that famous Salem.
I know that place.
So I just love, and it's this one stock image that they've started using. And I'm like, I cannot in my wildest dreams believe that's Illinois.
Yeah, no, it's very striking, very bizarre. It felt like I'm
Absolutely.
in just like a liminal space.
A
Like
hundred percent.
sets are very obviously sets.
My favorite thing about the Horton Town Square is that it looks like it could be a community theater set of The Music Man. Like
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
cobblestone streets, thin
Yeah.
walls.
Mall's coming.
So we're going to Johnny and Chanel's apartment. Johnny is freaking out. There's been corporate drama, which I'm like not really going to get into, but all you need to know is like Johnny's family ran a company that got bought out by their like rival family in Salem. And he has betrayed his family by like taking a job with the new Titan company. Like it used to be Demera and now it's Titan Demera and he's going to work for
Got it.
Titan.
I heard that name. At first I thought they were saying Titan and Demure. I literally found Demure question mark. And that's
Demure, I
okay.
love that enterprise, Demure.
Titan and Demure. It's like, what is this? Law firm?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's good. Okay.
We have some mushmouth that's happening with the cast of Days of Our Lives that we're also going to get into in later scenes. I can't wait, but Titan Demure is maybe one of the best. So yeah, basically Johnny's frustrated that he's splitting his time too much. He's like not giving enough of himself to the business, but he's taken this new professor gig and like he was in class when this big merger happened or something. And Chanel's just trying to assure him that like there are bigger fish to fry all around and he doesn't need to freak out. The first couple scenes with Johnny and Chanel could have been one scene. I'm just like,
Yeah.
there's nothing happening with them until so late in the episode.
Yeah, we kept cutting back to the same. They're in the same position in the same
Yes.
room. same, like it's,
Yes.
and that's something I noticed in all of it is like is just the converse. They're conversations about things that aren't in the room. Like that's
Yes.
Brandon Soap. It's like it's all talking about the past and like
Yes.
things that aren't here.
Yes. Yes, exactly. It's like, let me paint a picture for you. And it's like, what if you could show me?
Yeah, it's fun. You're like it gets you. Yeah, you have to like backtrack and like okay, what are they really saying? What was that about?
It's Sudoku. I often say it's TV Sudoku.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
You're connecting the dots, you're stringing the thread. So now we're going to go to the home of Dr. Marlena Evans, striking elderly woman who I swear to God has been in cobalt blue the last 3 episodes I've worked on. Like she lives in a cobalt blue
That's a
blazer.
strong wardrobe, strong.
Yes. She said, I got my colors done and I know what
I know
compliments
what
me.
works for me, babe.
So yeah, she's there with her stepson Brady, and Brady's son Tate comes in, and they do this whole, oh my God, a college student with no laundry? Oh God. And I'm just like, we get it. He's a boy in college. It's
Yeah, he's figuring out doing stuff on his own.
ha
Yeah.
ha ha. So Tate has come by to check on his little sister Rachel, who's also Brady's daughter, and he's just like after her adventure to Statesville. That adventure to Statesville is a fifth grade girl who got out of school somehow unsupervised and broke into a prison where her mother is currently incarcerated.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah, I I don't. They get into a lot of trouble. A line I wrote down was, "I know what it's like to have a mom that's in prison."
Yes.
I just wanted to know where that
You were
led.
like, what? So they really buried the lead with this one. They were just like, I heard Rachel went to Statesville. And it's like, she didn't, Statesville is the prison, but like, she didn't just go. She broke out of school and somehow they're always like, how did you get there? And she was like, I got a ride share. I'm like, I cannot with this child actor. The girl who plays Rachel wasn't in this episode, but she's extremely precocious.
Yeah, she's ordering lifts.
Yes. And being
Getting out
like,
of her
take me to the
middle school.
prison.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I don't know how
Dropping
she
a pin at
gets,
the prison.
yeah,
Awesome.
I don't know how she gets through. I'm sure there's some security. Like, good Lord, just being like, I'm here to see my mom.
Yeah,
Okay.
she must be intimidating. She's just very sophisticated.
A very sophisticated young lady. Yes. So that is why Tate has come by. We leave that on like a weird cliffhanger in these scenes again, just so rapid fire, blink and you miss them scenes with these people.
Yeah.
Now we're at the Brady Pub, an iconic restaurant in Days of Our Lives, and another cool college freshman, Holly, blonde, meets her roommate, Ari, brunette, helpful. And Holly's like, Ari, you left the dorm suspiciously early. You're not rowing crew, are you? What do you have against crew teams? Like, what?
People in college can do that. What's the issue?
What the hell? She came in really hot. And then I just loved this line. Ari's like, I had to get up early. I'm working on this internship application. I really want this internship at Titan Demerit. And I was like, internship? What?
Like, these actors are in this uncanny valley of like they have something, they're good, but also there's something off. And
Yes,
something I wrote is, are they using teleprompters? Because I couldn't tell. Some
they're
scenes,
not.
they're not. But I
Which I
think
think,
in soaps, don't they have to memorize really quickly, right?
yes. And so I think what you're seeing is it's like a teleprompter behind the eyes.
Yeah,
Like they've
they're
had to
still looking at
memorize.
the page.
Yes,
Like,
they're like, yeah, it's like physically they're present, but mentally they are reaching for a
yes.
line a
Yeah.
100%. I also think there's something like so inherently theatrical about soaps, obviously, not an original thought, but like, especially some of the younger actors, I think are having a hard time like marrying that with like on camera acting. Cause it's like,
Yeah.
you are trained to just like be casual and throw it away, but you cannot be casual and throw it away on a
No, you
soap.
have to take it really seriously. And
Yes.
you kind of see in some, I feel like in moments it's really working. And I feel like the older actors are kind of
Yeah.
carrying the a little bit, but yeah,
Yes. Because
interesting.
I was like, literally just I couldn't get over internship, and I was like, is that an LA actor thing or a TV actor thing where it's like you can't articulate too much or else you sound, but then I'm like, but then you said internship and that's not a word.
Yeah, yeah, I that's very likely. It is makes sense to me. Like, you're at this point, like you're doing these roles a lot. Yeah, but you're probably auditioning for other projects that
A
aren't
hundred
so
percent.
you're like what you're all of a sudden you're in this like, how do I talk? Like where
Yeah,
are
what I don't even know what words mean. 100%. Yeah. So yeah, Ari got up early to work on her internship application. The mood shifts when Sophia comes into the pub and she's like weirdly giving goth. Like this is not her vibe ever, but just in this episode, she is extremely goth looking.
Oh, she is, yes.
um and she like she like bursts into the pub but then like just stands by the door and is on her phone, and I'm like, okay, great way to not make an entrance. But Ari clocks her and gets very uncomfortable, and the music swells and we go to the intro, like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
Oh, you
Iconic.
so
Beautiful. Back at the hospital, we're still talking to the stroller, but the exam is over. Baby Tesoro is in perfect health. I love it when sometimes they'll cut back to a scene and it's like no time has passed. Like we're literally like picking up the next thought from the scene previous. And sometimes it's like, and we're done with the thing you said you were here to do. Like, again, no action, just talking about the
it's
action.
just talking about things. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it's just conversations about like emotionally upsetting topics, and you're
Yes.
just
Yes.
looking in their eyes. Like it's
Reflecting. Yeah. Everyone loves baby Tesoro so much, especially his foster family. And Rafe is like, it's been amazing, but it's also going to be tough because we're going to be so sad to see him go. And Rafe and Sarah connect over how painful it is to have to give up a child. They've both had to do it. I think like many, many years ago, Rafe like fostered and tried to adopt a child who was then like adopted by a family member. Like the adoption didn't work out. And then Sarah had a baby swapping incident where like she was raising a child she thought was hers, but wasn't. And so she had to give the baby away. And that baby was Rachel, who ran away to Statesville.
whoa.
It's all connected.
That it really is. Everything connected.
These people have been through so much.
No, it's exhaust. It seems just absolutely exhausting, and it's exhausting is how much they can't get away from each other. I think
No,
I also wrote like everyone is intertwined. There's no professional or personal boundaries.
none at all. None at all. Marlena is the worst case of this because she's like the town psychiatrist. Like she is everyone's psychiatrist, including all of her immediate family members. And so, yeah, it's like we're going to see later where she's just like very much not in an appropriate place to be
Yeah,
talking
no
about her.
confidential
No,
at all with
no,
their
absolutely not. It's very goofy. So, yeah, Sarah basically is just, explaining to Rafe she totally knows his complicated feelings, and she feels like, she had it easier when she had to give up the baby she thought was hers because she still gets to be a part of Rachel's life, like as a friend, because Rachel obviously still lives in town. Nobody ever leaves. Back at the apartment with Marlena and Brady and Tate, Tate's asking if he can see Rachel, but they're like, duh, she's at school. And then they clarify under heavy supervision. And I'm like, so what? She has like a bodyguard now to make sure she doesn't get out again? What's
what
happening?
things are they allowed to pull for their child? Like what's
Exactly, exactly. Private security. And I love Tate's like, oh, I didn't realize school started so early. Like, what? Oh, crazy. And it's like, you're not 40. Like, you're a college freshman. You were just in high school. Like, what?
yeah.
Just, oh, I totally forgot. School, yeah. Marlena kind of negs him that he must like only have afternoon classes so he can sleep in, which we really only do to set up that like he does have this one morning class. It's intro to film, which Johnny DeMera is teaching, and we're gonna get to that later. It's a whole ordeal with the film class. Now,
Yes.
Marlena just like suddenly and very formally announces that she has a prior commitment, and she goes, and so I'll be on my way. And then she like awkwardly reaches around Tate to grab her purse. Like she's like,
Yeah, I remember that.
excuse me, and grabs her purse and leaves. And I'm just like, What a weird way to get her out of the room. Interesting.
Yeah, I could see like the actors kind of adjusting to the movie. Like it was like you just saw Tate's like shoulder in it, but it was like they're just
Yes.
okay, I'll wait for you to I'll start talking when she goes.
It almost feels like she was like supposed to stay and then she was just like, I have a prior commitment and like leaves and they're like, okay, I guess we'll keep going. I don't know.
Yeah. Improvise the rest of the scene.
I
Okay.
love that. I love it. If only. So now Tate and Brady, father and son, they're alone. And Brady wants to know the real reason Tate stopped by. Nothing gets past this father. He could tell from a mile away that Tate, I guess, didn't really give a fuck about Rachel. I don't know. But it turns out Tate needs advice about Sophia and the baby. And the underscoring gets extremely suspicious and dramatic.
Yes, very,
Such
very. And I
such music.
really like the underscoring. A little bit of electric guitar gets in. That's something else.
Absolutely,
It's
yes.
it up a little bit. It's like thin chord, and then
I was
like
gonna say you can tell all these sounds come from a keyboard.
and there'll be just a little electric, a little just plucking on the guitar with
String. Yep.
some reverb or something. It's
A
really nice.
100%. Now back at the pub, Holly notices Sophia weirdly posing in the entryway of the restaurant, and then she's like, "Oh." She goes to Ari. She's like, "That's why your face did a 180." And I'm like, "Did a 180? Do faces do that?"
Yeah, how does that work? What
Yeah, I don't. I just
is it the face or the neck? What do we,
yeah, I
what-
guess maybe like smile, frown. Is that the
yeah,
facial 180?
yeah, the full reversal.
That must be what it is. Ari's just uncomfortable. She wants to avoid Sophia because Holly and Tate just had a huge fight about Sophia. But then Sophia marches right up to their table and goes, "Let me guess, talking about me?" The
Yeah,
worst. The worst kind of person.
powerful. Yeah, you're lurking the whole time. Just
Yeah. And then you
aren't
just, "Let me guess, talking about me?" Wow. Who do you think you are? Unfortunately, they
you.
were. Unfortunately, she was right.
She's right. Everyone is talking about you, and you are kind of the most important person in this episode in
A
certain
hundred
ways.
percent. Actually, now that I think about it. But also we're gonna get into it. She is nuts. And look, she's been through a lot. She figured out on YouTube how to give birth to her own child. But like she's got a lot going on.
Yeah, it does not seem like a stable personality type, and I respect that.
Back with Johnny and Chanel, Johnny's still just like freaking out that if something goes bad with this corporate merger, he's going to lose his job. And, you know, he betrayed the DeMera family by going over to work with Titan. And he has this new teaching gig, but it only pays him $3,000 a semester. So he can't live off that. And I'm like, man, I know teachers are suffering, but is that the going rate per semester?
Yeah, jeez.
Teachers sound off, college professors sound off in the comments. Because damn, we have to do something.
That is dangerously low. One
That
could
is shockingly low. And I
feel
assume
impossible.
he has at least a weekly class. So I'm
Yeah,
just like, I couldn't be bothered to do the math, but I know in my gut that's too little.
not enough money, I would
No,
say.
no. But yeah, Chanel's trying to assure him they're going to be fine financially. She's like, "I run a successful bakery, and don't forget you have a trust fund." Like he's from one of the wealthiest families in the town, and
Yeah,
he's like, "No, I have to contribute." And I'm like, "You're the worst kind of person." Like
yeah, just relax.
nothing I hate more than an abjectly wealthy person being like, "I need to make money to contribute financially."
I need to prove myself to Titan and
Yes.
Demure. Titan and Demure are
Titan
the
Demure.
I will only refer to the company now.
That's going to be, yeah, absolutely. I'm making new business cards.
Good, good.
CEO of Titan Demure. So yeah, they do this like weird meandering thing where she's trying to convince him like he'll find another job, it'll be fine. But also he hasn't lost any jobs at this point, which is also hilarious. We finally land on the point that like he's worried that his job situation would affect their ability to adopt. So there's what we have. There's the crux. They want to adopt a baby and
Yes.
he thinks it's going to look bad. Their previous drama was that, and this is just a little fun tidbit for you. Chanel was pregnant. She ended up having a miscarriage because she got she was exposed to her radioactive mother, and she got
What?
radioactive poisoning, or whatever one would call that.
Oh my God. Her mom had like exposure to nuclear.
Her mom was receiving cancer treatment, like she was receiving radiation, and like
Yes.
was advised not to leave the hospital, but did, and went to try, like went to see her daughter and was radioactive.
She was literally
I
radioactive.
guess so. I mean, radiation patients sound off in the comments. Is that how that works? I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
know.
I really don't know.
Oh Lord. So they've been through a lot, and now they've decided they want to adopt, and so that's the thing with them.
And she runs a bakery.
And
She's a
she runs a very successful bakery, yes. Now, after the commercial break, we see that Marlena's prior commitment was a doctor's appointment with Sarah. Sarah's got a full day at the hospital. Um, they do some chatting about like how boring charting is. And then Marlena's like, my life has been so crazy. I could use some boredom. Basically, her husband recently died, and she's been having all of these like weird mystery symptoms, and her grandson was accused of shooting his father. So she has had a lot on her plate.
stressful, very
It's
stressful.
a stressful time. She's basically like, yeah, I've had so much going on. And Sarah's like, oh, yeah, I heard about Rachel sneaking out to Statesville. And Marlena's just like extremely casually, like, I think Sarah says something where she's like, I couldn't believe it when I heard that Rachel snuck into Statesville. And she was like, Marlena goes, why? Rachel's a very clever and resourceful girl. And I'm like, I don't think clever and resourceful equates, like, I could see her breaking into a prison.
Yeah, my daughter could do anything she wants, or she could do anything she needs to do.
My fifth grader. Like, it's not even just like I went rogue. It's like I'm a child. I'm younger than Harriet the Spy. Like, I can't, I can't do this alone.
Getting Ubers to take me to high security prisons.
Yes.
Yeah. Why? I mean, yeah, it's a type of resourcefulness.
More power to her.
Exactly.
So basically, Marlena and Sarah start talking about Rachel's mother, Kristen, who Marlena has never had any real positive feelings toward. Kristen's like a big villain on the show. Hence her, well, actually, she's currently in prison for a crime she didn't commit, but she's done so many crimes that she was just like, you know what, I'll also take it for this one, I guess.
She is a criminal.
She is a
What she
criminal,
got
but just not this
sent her to
one.
prison is not the one. That's
Yeah,
not the
totally. Totally.
crime.
So basically, Marlena's like, no matter how much I hate Kristen, she's always been a good mom to Rachel. So like I'm really stressed about like making sure that Rachel, still gets time with her mother. Obviously, she's going to run away from school and break into the prison. Like we need to make sure they are still connected.
Yeah.
And so Marlena and Sarah basically like make this pact to like step up and fill the maternal void. I also just love Sarah's like, "Ah, I love that little girl." And they always do that when there's a child they're talking about, they're always like, that little girl, that little boy, like that. And I'm like, weird. It's weird to me. I don't,
Yeah, it's like I don't know. Children are like they're just idealized or just
yes,
like your grandmother grabbing your cheeks. Like,
yes. And I'm like, I don't know if I would ever refer to a child I knew as like that little girl. Something
yeah.
about that is really crazy to me. Over
Yeah.
there. Now, back with his dad, Tate is going to vent about this huge fight he had with Holly last night. They were in the bookstore, and he was trying to get Sophia to tell him about the couple she gave their baby to. So, this is like, she basically disappeared and was like, I gave birth and gave our baby away. Thanks. And Tate's like trying to get information about the couple, but there obviously is no information because there is no couple.
Yes.
So he can tell that Sophia's lying, but she's like refusing to admit it. So he's like hounding Sophia to try to give him more information. And Holly just like showed up in the bookstore and had the gall to interrupt them. And like in the episode, it was crazy. He was truly like screaming at this girl, being like, "What's wrong with you? Why would you interrupt us?" And she's like, "I didn't know what was going on." Yeah, you're having an inappropriate emotional response to my presence.
Yeah.
There's a great moment as Tate is telling this story where Brady interrupts him to go on. And I'm like, I didn't need the invitation. I was going. I was going.
I'm
Like
following you.
they
Take me
do
where you want me to go.
they do that all the time where literally they will step on the line and be like, and then what happened? I'm like, we could have saved the dialogue. Just
Yeah.
let them keep talking.
Let it go. Let the dialogue.
Or wait for a pause. Please, guys, we got to get back into some cause and effect in our acting.
Yeah, back and forth. Yeah, respond to the other.
Please.
They-
Please, if you take one thing from me. So Tate explains he admits he flipped out at Holly. He told her she ruined everything, which was crazy. That was too much on Holly. Brady asks if he apologized, and Tate's like, "Yeah, I mean, of course I apologize." Like, but you can tell it was the most bullshit apology in the world just from the way he's telling the story. This little punk.
Yeah,
Tate
total
is a
punk.
little punk.
He's a punk. I get that energy. Yeah, he lies. He's a
He's
liar.
he's a
He's
freaking
always
liar. Yeah, so Tate's like, I apologize to Holly. And then something occurred to me. Never a good sign in a story when something occurs to someone. He's like, when Holly and I were fighting, Holly mentioned that like Sophia clearly still has feelings for me. And I have to admit, I like kind of knew that. So then I realized I could use Sophia's crush on me to coax the truth out of her. And I'm like, this is not going anywhere good. And Brady can also tell that this is going somewhere bad because at the tail of the scene, he narrows his eyes slowly at his son.
Yeah, yeah, wow. Yeah, just the language he was using, like he's so much
Very bad, very red flags, alarm
it's just
bells.
really manipulative. Like I can use I can use her to affect her.
I can use
I
her
can use
feelings
all
for
of it.
me to get what I want.
Yeah, it's arc triad feel energy. Oh,
Absolutely. And if we learn one thing about Sophia from this episode, it's that her moral compass is askew. So she's or maybe not moral compass. She's not really tethered to reality.
yeah.
So like him being like, I know what I'll do. I'll play with her emotions.
Yeah,
Not good, my guy.
not, not good.
Don't do that. Speaking of Sophia, back at the pub, Sophia's just like weirdly hovering at Holly and Ari's table. Never a good sign. Holly, I guess, has learned her manners from Marlena because the way that Marlena like formally excused herself from the earlier scene, Holly's like, "Excuse me, I'm going to use the ladies' room." And I'm like, "Who says that?"
Yeah, yeah, bizarre.
And Holly gets up, and for some reason, this really stuck with me. Sophia takes her seat at the table, which deeply bothered me. I'm like, she gets up to go to the bathroom. You're taking her seat? You're nuts. You're not tethered to reality.
Yeah, that's poor etiquette.
Yeah,
Bizarre.
poor etiquette.
Etiquette and bizarre.
We
Just
have
bizarre.
too much etiquette. We have not enough etiquette. We need a happy medium at some point.
Absolutely.
So basically, Sophia asks Ari if she told Holly that she saw Sophia coming out of Tate's dorm room last night. So this was basically the night before was this whole Tate's whole plot to coax the truth out of Sophia. He invited her over to his dorm room, and then Ari saw Sophia leaving and was like, "Did you and Tate just hook up?" And Sophia was like, "I don't know," and then left.
But is Ari at the table with him? Who's
Yes,
okay?
Ari. Ari
I'm
is the girl.
forgetting. Holly and
Holly has
Ari.
the blonde hair. Ari
Got it.
has the brown hair and is trying to get the internship.
Got
And
it.
Sophia is the goth,
Scott.
almost
The
recently
mother of the orphan.
the mother of the orphan.
Mother of the orphan. Okay.
So yeah, so now Ari's like, I think Sophia and Tate hooked up, and I feel like I should tell Holly, but I haven't yet. Is basically the takeaway from their little back and forth. But then this is where you know Sophia is evil. She looks across the restaurant. She sees that Holly is like lurking in the corner, eavesdropping on them. And Sophia very loudly goes, "Well, if Tate and I did hook up last night, Holly had it coming." And so then Holly comes back to the table and she goes, "What was that?" In another incredible mushmouth moment.
Really good. What was that?
"What was that?" And Sophia's like pretending to be all innocent. But the thing that's funny is, and we'll get to it a little bit later, Sophia and Tate did kiss, but Sophia and Tate did not hook up. Sophia is making this up.
That I did notice. I noticed.
Yes.
You didn't, I mean, yeah, a kiss, but this isn't, you didn't have sex.
No,
Like,
she's trying to convince people that they had sex. And so
jeez.
that she's literally just goading Holly on because she's
Girl.
unwell. Back with Chanel and Johnny. Chanel is not buying the money stress, but Johnny's just like freaking out. He thinks the inconsistent work history is going to make him look like a deadbeat on an adoption application. But Chanel assures him, she's like, "Ah, you have this teaching job at Salem University to pass on your love of filmmaking to the next generation. That's going to look amazing on an application."
That's, yes, that's what these agencies want to see.
Adoption agencies are like, "Film professor." Okay.
Not
I,
filmmaking.
s- I see that. Film studies professor. That's who we want. I also think she's like, "It's good that we both have flexible schedules. Someone will always be home with the baby." And I'm like, you don't have a flexible schedule. You run an extremely successful bakery. Like, not all by yourself, but you are there every day.
Yeah, you're working 7 days a week.
You're working 7 days a week. Yeah, you're a business
Oh, you're
owner. You're there all the time. Like, you do not have a flexible schedule. What are you talking about? Anyway, we get into some like extremely troubling pun work in this scene where she's like, "I may not be Demera wealthy yet, but I'm a baking mogul in the making. I'm going to make serious dough."
Yeah.
And then there's like a very bizarre interaction where Johnny's like that's I don't think he says dad joke, but I think that's what they were implying. Like he's like, "What a pun. It's gonna come in handy." Like they get very lost in the dialogue for a second. And she's like, "That pun's gonna come in handy sooner than we thought. We have a meeting with the adoption agency or like the head of social services." And I'm like, how did we get from point A to point B? I'm lost.
No, their scenes together were like overwhelming. I was kind of
Yes.
like that. I really was lost, and they had like Chanel kind of has crazy eyes or a little bit.
Yes.
She looks at him like, "You're everything I want's gonna happen." Like,
Yes.
and she scared me a little bit. And then the actor playing,
Johnny,
Demira,
yeah.
Johnny Demira,
Johnny
yeah,
Demure.
Demure, yes, he was, yeah, just he had the teleprompter moment. I think he was really like, there were moments in his scenes where like it was like the read you would get at like a solid self tape where it's like I'm gonna read,
Yes.
but like
I want to pull it off the page, but like
yeah.
I don't really have it yet, 100%.
And it was charming, but that's what I was like. Yeah, this is an interesting feeling behind the
It,
camera.
it's like
Behind the camera, I mean.
in the simplest of terms, like there were just so many words in their
So many.
scenes.
They had a lot to
They
chew on.
had a lot more
Like a
words
lot.
than everyone else,
Of
which is
course.
why, yes, and that's why whenever that happens, I'm sort of suspicious. I'm like, I think you guys, no disrespect, I think you guys got lost and found your way back.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they famously are one take wonders, and as long as it's somewhat usable, we will use it.
Keep going. We got to keep going. There's more.
Yes,
Remember.
there's more script to get to. So yeah, eventually we land on the information that Chanel's mom, who is the mayor of this town, has said
Okay. Well,
she
what's
is,
the population? 45?
I don't know. Well, the cast of Days of Our Lives is approximately 210 people. Like, there's just so many people on this show. And so it's got to be all of them, plus all the background actors who I'm obsessed with. So yeah, we're solidly looking at a population of 500, maybe.
Beautiful. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Chanel's mother has potentially abused her power by getting Chanel a meeting with the head of the social services. And they're basically trying to like put in a, like, get a good word in to hopefully speed up the adoption process so that they can adopt baby Tesoro.
But they're taking from the foster parent who is Rafe.
Yes, yes, yes. So the baby was left at the firehouse. And after Sophia gave birth alone in her room, the firefighter who found the baby
Hmm.
is Rafe's cousin and lives with him. And so they were like, someone needs to take this baby tonight. And he was like, we'll take him, which I'm like, again, not 100% sure that that's above board, but whatever. It ended up being a good thing. And then, so that family has had him the entire time. And everybody's like, who's this orphan baby? Who's this baby that got left at the firehouse? And Chanel and Johnny were like, we'll adopt the baby.
Beautiful. Yeah, I love that.
Beautiful. I love when that works out.
I love when, yeah,
When
take,
orphans find homes.
it's important.
It's important. Yeah, basically, Chanel's hoping that they have it in the bag. Like, Rafe's writing a letter of recommendation for them as Tesoro's foster parent, like suggesting them be able to adopt Tesoro. And hopefully, it won't be long before the baby is theirs. And they like are holding each other, like Chanel and Johnny are holding each other and smiling at each other for so long that it makes me feel like they were supposed to kiss, but like neither of them wanted to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, that whole exit when he left.
Oh
the-
my
Yeah,
God.
he left. No, crazy. The hug and the squeeze, and then just like, and like he like smile. He kept his smile all the way as he
Yes,
closed the.
they're doing, yeah, when he leaves, they're doing like, love you, darling husband, love you, darling wife. And I'm like, do you guys hate each other?
But I
What's
bet they like,
happening?
yeah, are they fighting like off camera?
Off camera? I don't know. When Johnny leaves, there's also an incredible thing where he's like, "Oh, I gotta go. I have my weekly coffee date with my grandfather, but life's been so crazy. It's really been more like a monthly coffee date." And I'm like, great. So now we just think you're a bad grandson? Like,
Yeah,
why we harp so long, and we're going to go back to it in a later scene too. We really harp on the coffee date. But we again don't see the coffee date.
we don't see these things.
No.
Maybe the way it's like Greek drama. The action happens off stage.
Thank you, Cullen. Thank you for bringing actually to my thesis of this podcast that Days of Our Lives is Greek drama.
There's a link.
There is a straight line between them.
This is Western civilization making its way towards
The Wheel of Time, and then it stopped on NBC in 1965, and it continues turning. I love it. I love it. Like sands through the hourglass. Okay. Now, Marlena's at her doctor's appointment. She's there to receive the test results from, she's been having all these mystery symptoms, and Sarah thought it was Lyme disease, but the results were negative. And again, it's just like we brought her in just to say the results were negative. Send it on my chart. Damn. But Sarah's just so apologetic. She feels like they've been trying and trying to get an answer, and they can't figure out, what's wrong with Marlena. And she feels like she's failed Marlena. And Marlena cocks her head and narrows her eyes, I believe to indicate compassion. Deirdre Hall, who plays Marlena, she has such control over her instrument that truly just every head cock, slight narrowing of eyes, it's powerful. I love her.
very ambiguous. Yeah, you really don't know where people stand.
No, you can. They do that thing with the like long tails of the scenes where you want it to like be ambiguous how the person's gonna respond in the next scene. So you want to be like, is Marlena mad or does she not care? And it turns out like she doesn't care. It's like going to be the less dramatic thing actually in this scenario.
Yeah, but she tease you a bit. Maybe she'll be upset, but it's really
Tease you with this. But then in the next scene it turns into, oh Sarah, don't worry.
it's a lot of eye. It's really an eye show.
It's all in the eyes, dangerously so. I'm just like, these people. There's an actor Nathan Fillion, I think is his name. He's like, I know him from this random like cop show, The Rookie. He's done a bunch of stuff. I know he's like very famous, but
Yeah, yeah.
he was on Watch What Happens Live recently, and he was talking about getting his start on soaps. And he was like, I didn't know what to do with those like long tails of scenes. And then one of the veteran actors on the show gave me the best piece of advice. He goes, at the end of every scene, you just have to think, did I leave the oven on? Oh no, I did leave the oven on. No, I turned the oven off.
Fantastic. Yeah.
There has to be a 3 point turn in your facial expressions
No,
at the
it's really,
end of every scene.
oh, that's gorgeous. That's
And it's
really,
true. Back with Tate and Brady, Brady wants to know how Tate planned to coax the truth out of Sophia. And Tate admits he invited Sophia to his dorm to watch Casablanca. You know, I figured it was a romantic movie. I'm like, you're a psycho. He's like, and I figured if Sophia let her guard down, I could. And then Brady interrupts and goes, you could what? Pump her for information? I'm like, Dad, don't say pump.
yeah, I remember strong choice of words.
Don't say
Pump,
pump right now. Just
are.
just try another word. I don't know. Tate goes on that, he started asking Sophia questions and she got really upset and tried to leave, so he kissed her. It's like perfect strategy. Just start kissing. Brady's immediately disappointed. He's throwing around a lot of buddies, like, buddy, how could you do this? Da 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 da. Tate's insisting he had to do something to like try to make her think he had feelings for her. This was another scene where I feel like they kind of got lost and like Brady had to bring them back. Like Tate's just like, I was desperate. I didn't know what to do. I thought if Sophia had told me everything, there would be nothing between us. And Brady was like, so you could sleep together? And I'm like, none of the sentences you guys are saying like make sense in order.
Yeah, yeah. There's I couldn't follow those trains of thought.
No, yeah. It was like, I'm desperate. I needed Sophia to think there was something going on between us. And I was like, I guess I get that. And then Brady jumping in with like, so you could sleep together. I was like, wait, no, what? I'm
He's also,
confused.
I mean, it's good that he cares about his son and this child, but like he has like a very bizarre, he has a weird investment in this
He's
whole
too
thing.
emotionally invested in
He's
who his son
very
is
invested in like
kissing.
his son's like, yeah, like that's not the right thing to do. You wouldn't cheat. He had this and like his eye, he was frightening. He's like
He
frightening.
did go dark.
He went dark. Like he
Yeah,
had a darkness to his eyes.
absolutely. My favorite line in this scene was definitely Brady's asking, how did you think he was going to play out once you got Sophia to talk, huh? You were just going to say, thank you, got what I need. Don't let the door hit you on the butt on the way out. I was like, on the butt is not in that phrase.
Yeah, come on.
The common phrase, don't let the
Yeah.
door hit you on the way out. Hit you on the butt on the way out.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Do you not say ass?
Hit you
You
on the
say don't
ass
let
on the
your
way.
door hit, don't let
I
your
say,
door.
don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Yeah, I think you're right. I
What do
think I'm
you
thinking of a
say?
Blink-182 song, which is how I learned what this phrase is.
Wait.
Don't let the door hit your ass. That's what I remember. Don't let the door hit your ass.
Oh,
That's
that's
what it
really
was.
funny.
Okay.
Okay, well, maybe the guy who plays Brady was also thinking of that
It's
Blink
also
182 song
randomly.
and he conflated the
That's
phrases. And he was
something.
like, I can't say ass. I'm going to say butt.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
it
of
is.
course, naturally. Tate admits he didn't think it through, blah, blah, blah. And Brady's trying to assure him that like he is figuring out where the baby is. So like Tate can stop doing his weird, I'm gonna kiss it out of Sophia plan. Like I'm on it.
Oh my God.
I also just love Brady's like, Tate, now all you have to do is make things right with Holly. Oh, and tell Sophia the truth. Oh, and one more thing. Could you focus on school for Christ's sake?
He
Just like a real
has a point.
PSA.
He has a
He
real point.
does, he has a very valid
What are you
point.
doing? Is he a freshman? Like
He is
this
a
is
freshman. He is ruining
crazy.
his life.
I'd be stressed. I'd be like, okay, how do or I need to like get my grades up. Is this working? What do you
No. And he's like, I'm going to kiss the truth out of this girl.
know, my baby,
My baby
I
is missing.
I know where my
And
baby.
I need to find her. They have their father-son PSA. They hug. There's a lot of patting on the back. Tate leaves. He's hopefully going to go to school. Actually, we know he's not going to go to school, but we'll get to that in a moment. Back at the pub, Holly just can't believe. So she thinks Sophia and Tate hooked up. She's beside herself. Sophia does this whole like apology act that she never meant for Holly to overhear. Tate was just really upset after their fight, and he invited her back to his dorm, and things just like spiraled from there. And I love Holly goes, "Is this some kind of prank?"
Yeah, yeah, explosive.
Hilarious. Yeah, really hit that prank. And Sophia kind of is just like, I gotta go, bye. And she leaves. Then Holly lashes out at Ari. She can't believe Ari knew. And this is one moment where the background actors who are in the pub are like really locked into the action of the scene. It will vary on the show. Sometimes people will be like screaming in the town square, and there's like people behind them, and they're just like chatting, like not acknowledging. And then sometimes, like in this episode, they'll look over and they'll all be like, what is going on over there? And I really prefer it when they're listening.
That's way more fun.
It is way more fun and way more realistic. It's like, why are these teenagers screaming at 9 a.m. in the pub or wherever the hell, whatever the hell time it is?
Yeah, it's heated. It's heated for a little college. I mean, they're just fun.
And it's about to get even worse. They're college students in Salem, in the second most famous Salem in America.
Exactly.
So now Marlena's with Sarah at the doctor's appointment. Marlena assures Sarah she knows how hard she's been working to find the right diagnosis for her. She couldn't have asked for a more competent and caring doctor. So yeah, spoiler alert, Marlena is not upset. Sarah also takes this inappropriate opportunity to thank Marlena for doing her husband Xander's anger management therapy. Again, just like blurred lines of propriety. Like, I am your doctor, but you are my husband's therapist, and we're going to chat about that now. Yeah, Sarah's just like, things have been so crazy for Xander. He needs anger management now more than ever.
I remember this line.
Yeah. Sarah mentions that, she thinks the therapy must be helping because even though things are really stressful, for the first time in a long time, she feels like she and Xander could possibly reconcile because they have been separated.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, it's been dramatic.
Very dramatic. Yeah.
Because he has a rage problem. Now in the town square, my favorite place of all, Rafe is pushing the baby stroller when he runs into Brady, who stops in his tracks at the sight of baby Tesoro. Because Brady has connected the dots that, like, this baby that showed up at the fire station could theoretically be Sophia's baby. He's like kind of the only person at this point who has connected that.
This scene, this is when it really all clicked for me. Like,
yes.
And the connection.
It's like for the first 2/3 of the episode, everyone stays in the same place, and then they all switch and like people cross over and you realize how connected everyone is.
Yes.
It's very funny. Brady, he hasn't seen baby Tesoro since he realized it could be Tate's son, his grandson. And Brady has an emotional moment with the clearly empty stroller. And Rafe, says they'll know the truth soon enough because Brady had Rafe submit the baby's DNA for a test. They're going to test it against Tate's. And Rafe asks Brady if he wants to hold the baby. And Brady stands in silence for, I counted 7 seconds before we cut to the next scene. And like he did not fill it with anything. He really was just staring down at that stroller for so long.
Yeah, really powerful.
I guess debating. Really powerful. Now, Sophia's lingering outside the pub because she's just a lingerer this episode. When Johnny arrives, apparently they had a meeting, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I thought you were going to get coffee with your grandfather, but apparently that's after his meeting with Sophia, because Sophia is also in this film class. She apologizes for missing the first class. And he's like, oh, there's nothing to worry about. Holly said she'd catch you up. And Sophia very stiffly goes, well, she didn't. So that's why I need you to help me catch up. And I'm like, oh, Jesus. Okay, tense.
Yeah.
And then Johnny's like, well, here's the syllabus. You got to watch Casablanca before the next class. And she's like, oh, I heard. No worries. And I'm like, so you did get caught up. So why are we meeting? What's going on?
Yeah.
I'm so afraid of you. That's all.
Yeah, I need to hear it from you.
I need to hear. I heard what the assignment is. Yeah, but I want to hear it from you. Yeah. Um, so she does some really weird, like brown nosy stuff. I've seen Casablanca a bunch. I'm like, okay, good for you. And then before she can leave, Johnny wants to make sure that Sophia feels okay with him being her professor. Cause, you know, oh, so when she was still pregnant, Sophia and Tate were planning to give up the baby for adoption. And they were going to give the baby to Johnny and Chanel.
Oh, okay.
But like Sophia's mom is like insanely religious and like didn't think Johnny and Chanel were an appropriately religious family to give the baby to. So it fell through.
I get the God ways now. That's kind of like I get all of this. Okay.
Yes, yeah, it makes more sense. So Johnny's like, I could see how it would be awkward. And Sophia goes, when you and your wife backed out of the adoption, you had me like spiraling hardcore.
Write this down.
It just about ruined my entire life. But all's well that ends well.
That was amazing. A crackling piece of dialogue. I rewound it like 2 or 3 times to get that
The fact that we went from you had me like spiraling hardcore
hardcore.
to all's well that ends well is crazy. She's got
Amazing.
range.
She's got amazing range.
Yeah, yeah.
What a piece.
And then she gets this like very scary blank smile and she just assures him, she's like, I'll work through it. I always do. And I'm like, always? What? No.
What about your life has been worked through so far? I don't know.
Like, surely this is the big one thing in your
Thing.
young life.
Yeah.
So now back in the pub, Ari's trying to apologize to Holly for it was like a miscommunication, blah, blah, blah. She just happened to see Sophia coming out of Tate's dorm, and Sophia said nothing happened, but it didn't look like nothing happened. And meanwhile, Tate like skulks in through the back door and like really sneaks up on Holly and is just all of a sudden beside her and is like, hey, can we talk? And she tearfully yells, I'd like to do more than just talk. And then she stage combat 101 crossbody jabs him and just punches him in the face in the middle of the pub. And the background actors are once again gagged.
Yeah, that was nuts. That was a crazy punch.
Hard punch out of nowhere. Stage combat 101.
She nailed it. Yeah, she remembers her classes.
Absolutely.
Wait, who punched him?
Holly, blonde
That was
Holly.
Holly.
Because
Okay.
they are boyfriend and girlfriend
Okay.
for
Yeah.
now. They're about to be over. But it's hard to come back from a punch like that.
Very hard. And then Ari is just in the middle. She's in
Ari's
the
just her friend. Yeah. You're like, oh God, I lost track of one of these college girls. I can't lose them again.
I don't want to lose one name when I can visualize it, but I need the name.
100%. So now back with Sarah, Marlena is so excited to hear that Sarah and Xander may be getting back together. She stops and very pointedly asks if she can help. And Sarah's like, no, you're already doing so much by working with Xander on his anger. But Marlena specifies she meant working with the two of them as a couple. And I know she doesn't mean as a sexual third, but it was kind of giving that. It was like,
Yeah.
maybe the three of us can work together.
Yeah, there was some serious tension. Yeah.
But she meant like a couples therapist. And
100%.
once again, we have like crossed back and forth over the lines of impropriety where it's like you're at a doctor's appointment with your doctor being like, let me be your couples counselor.
Yeah, it's great. No
This
one
isn't-
wants to break from each other.
No.
This people, they all need to take like a vacation to a big city and just
Yes.
meet. They need to see like 40,000 strangers. and just
Yes.
forget. Like, there's an option. Like
Get
there's
some
there's-
distance,
Get some distance.
please. Back at the pub, Tate is reeling from the punch. He asks Holly why she did that, and she can't believe he has to ask. She goes, after one fight, you went crawling back to Sophia like a total simp. I'm like, don't forget, these are Gen Z.
I didn't catch that. That's good.
Like a total simp. She can't believe Tate didn't love her enough to wait one day before cheating on her all over again. And I realized I like couldn't remember the last time he cheated on her, but I have to take Holly's word for it because there's too much about this show for me to remember.
Yeah, a lot of data. There's
The
a
drama.
lot of-
There are a lot of data points. Yeah. Back in the square, apparently in those 7 seconds of silence, Brady decided to hold the baby because he is cradling the little blanket bundle. He says hello to Tesoro in a borderline offensive voice that I am not going to repeat. Like he really puts some sauce on the
Oh,
Latino flair of Tesoro in
it's
a
that.
in a way that I feel like we didn't need.
Yeah, yeah. Just showing his love. Yeah, a little bizarre.
Absolutely, absolutely. He just can't believe how weird it is. This baby could be his grandson. Rafe asks Brady if Tate knows the baby could be his, but Brady hasn't told him. He's hoping that it all works out though, because otherwise he'll have no way of finding Tate's baby. He's like, this is the one loose baby I know. So if this isn't Tate's, I don't know where I'm going to start looking. This is the only orphan in town, so hopefully it's ours. Brady just is so grateful that Rafe and his family have been taking care of this baby who could be his grandson. He goes, if this is my grandson, we're gonna owe you and your family a lot of gratitude. And I was like, gratitude was such a weird word for you to land on. I thought you were going to say money.
I
Financial
sometimes wonder, yeah, do you think it's like, is it the writing or is it like them paraphrasing?
paraphrasing or
And then
like
just
looking
going
for the
with
line or something. Yeah, it does feel like the cadence of soap acting is actually just a symptom of like not being 100% confident on your lines.
yeah, kind of beautiful. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah. Yeah.
raw.
Now Chanel finds Johnny and Sophia outside the pub. She has already had this meeting with the social services agent. They're like immediately physically very on top of one another, and Sophia's clearly uncomfortable and is like, I'm gonna go. Haha, see you in class. And she leaves, or does she? No. Sophia's eavesdropping ass peeks around the corner as Chanel excitedly tells Johnny that she has amazing news about the adoption. So clearly Sophia's like locked in adoption, what's going on. Cliffhanger as we go into, just to wrap up with Sarah, Dr. Sarah and Marlena. Sarah's hesitant that Xander would be open to couples counseling, but Marlena gives her the wisdom that, you won't actually know for sure until you ask him. Great advice. So Sarah's like, okay, I'll ask him. I'll see if he'll be into it. And Marlena goes, knowing how much he values your marriage, I think he'll do it. Like, she's very like, don't worry, girl. I got this for you.
Yes, absolutely.
And I'm like, worry about your mystery illness. Stop taking on new clients.
Maybe this is what's making you sick.
You're obsessed with these people.
It's just come on. Whew.
So back with Johnny and Chanel, they're insanely positioned to capture the like eavesdropping Sophia. Like Chanel and Johnny are cheating out to keep their backs to Sophia. And Chanel reveals her mom's meeting with the head of social services went really well, and their chances of getting baby Tesoro are really good. They're going to have a meeting and a home test, which I was like, home test feels like not the right phrase, but that's okay. And she's like, and after that, baby Tesoro could be ours. And Chanel, they're celebrating, but they like fully do a side hug to allow the view of Sophia to like come into focus. Like she's blurry and then she comes into focus as it zooms in on her. And Sophia is doing this like insane twitchy thing with her eyes. Like when this actor plays scary dark, it is really troubling to me. It's unsettling to me. She goes there.
Yeah, it's really powerful. Is this goth look the first time you've seen it too?
Yes.
But this is a whole new arc. Like
Yes.
something's going on where she's like, I am going to
A dark place.
a really dark place and I'm bringing you with me.
Absolutely. Yeah, she was just like fully eye twitching and I was like, "Girl, close your eyes a little bit. I'm so scared." Cuz yeah, so like Sophia knows, obviously. Sophia knows that baby Tesoro is her baby. And so
Yeah.
she's like, "They can't adopt my baby. I hate them." Even though I smiled and said all's well that ends well.
Yeah. And
That's
she's like sucking up to him. I mean, so
yes.
much going on.
Oh God. Now, back in the town square, the blanket bundle, aka Tesoro, has been put back in the stroller. Rafe's going on about how everyone in the family loves Tesoro so much, and they heard that Johnny and Chanel are trying to adopt him. And Brady is stunned from the irony because Johnny and Chanel were originally supposed to adopt Tate and Sophia's baby. And little do they know this little guy could be one and the same. And again, I was like, this little guy, like, why are we always doing this little blank, that little blank
That
with
is
these
their
children? It's their formula. Apparently, Chanel was drawn to baby Tesoro for no good reason, is the way they worded it also, which I thought was hilarious. But they're like, but this is the reason. It's destiny. This was meant to be their baby. Now back just finally to put a button, final scene of the episode back in the pub. Tate asks Holly if Sophia told her what happened in his dorm room last night. And she goes, no, just found out and I'm so glad I did. I cannot with her consonants. But she's like, everyone told me that you and Sophia having a baby would bond you for life. And guess what? They were right. I'm like, yeah, it is tough.
Yeah.
But Holly says she and Tate are done for good. And the drum booms and she storms out of the pub. And that's the end of the episode. These teens.
Unbelievable. I mean, they're getting up to a lot. Their grades must be tanking. I don't understand. I could barely, I was figuring
No, absolutely not. If Ari doesn't focus, she's
handle
never
it.
going to finish that internship application. They're all going to fail Film 101.
Yeah,
Like,
they're not gonna watch these movies.
because
This,
that's the thing. They go to watch the movies for homework and they end up doing like strategic kissing. Like, it's never going to work out for them.
my gosh.
Oh, Cullen, I
I love-
really appreciate, I try not to be too heavy-handed with the thing that's like, this reminds you of Greek theater, right? So I'm glad that you got there on your own.
Yes, absolutely. No, it's there. Yeah, there's something so emotional, and it is very emotional because, like, yeah, I jumped in. I read nothing about
Yeah,
the. I wanted to go in blind, so
you
I
don't know
literally
these
had no
people.
idea what they were talking about.
Yeah,
All I could really go on is just like the emotions and like
yeah,
what I'm trying to figure out like what they mean to each other and I think that's the point of
yes,
shows.
totally. And it's also that comforting thing of like literally the role of the mute, like the underscoring tells
Yes.
you what to feel, like what is dramatic and what is emotional or whatever. And so you do almost get to like, when your brain checks out, there's like something sonically telling you what to feel.
Yeah. It's subliminal. Like you can get the whole episode and kind of just hear it could be gibberish and you kind
Yes.
of
Yes. And you understand. I bet that's, I mean, you obviously are like, would you say you're fluent in Spanish?
yes. Yeah.
Yes. So you're like, you can watch a telenovela and be like, I literally know what they're saying. But like, I would watch it and be like, I still know what's going on.
You still will get it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Because there's music and there's drama and there's yelling and I can follow
Universal
that.
language of love and betrayal
A
and revenge.
100%.
Lots of revenge.
Yes. Lots of revenge. And that's what I think Sophia's coming for her revenge arc. Even
God.
though nobody did anything to her. That's why I'm so annoyed with Goth Sophia. Like,
Yeah.
Tate
What
just wanted to know what happened to his baby, and she freaked out and won't tell anyone. But, like, no one would be mad if she was like, I gave birth and I left the baby at the firehouse. Like, that's fine that you did that.
like you're
That's
just
good.
crazy. Yeah,
You're
this is a lot for you
just
to
being
handle.
crazy.
You're just being crazy. Are
Girl,
you are you is this where you're at in your journey of the show?
so I'm a couple months ahead. I'm currently watching and I really don't skip. I try not to skip. So I like literally sit down and we'll just like watch episode after episode after
You
episode.
started from the beginning.
No, 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 no. No. I started in 2020 basically.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I did like one big skip where I skipped like the back half of season 59. I just like I couldn't deal with how far behind I was. So now I'm watching episodes from like November of 2025. I'm almost into 2026. My
Yeah.
goal is to catch up someday, but who knows? I mean, I also have like a life and a job and a
I-
husband. I mean, my God, this I could do this for my entire life.
It was as if you had started from 1970 or
Literally.
So you've seen all 14,000 episodes, right, babe?
Yeah. I mean,
What's wrong?
naturally,
Why haven't you caught up?
I mean, it just seems like if you're gonna like have a podcast about it, you might as well
I
like be
think you should
committed
be
to it,
really knowledgeable about it. I mean, if
you
you're going to
know?
take it seriously, I would start from the beginning.
Nobody is gonna take you seriously in the Days of Our Lives podcast space if you haven't seen every single episode. Yeah, this is why I enjoy bringing on friends who have never watched an episode because I'm like, this is a safe space for people who don't know anything about what they're talking about. I'm just like, hey, I've been watching for 6 years and I barely know.
Yeah, no, it's overwhelming. It's a beautiful world. I want to return to it. I probably will check in with it and see what's going on.
I invite you anytime to just dip your toe in and see
Yeah,
what's happening because you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised by so many things that happen. I mean, ultimately, you'll be surprised by the fact that the characters that were in this episode are 1/8 of like the main cast of the show. Like they just happen to be in this episode.
you
But they're
told me there's hundreds of
yes,
cast members.
there are so many people who could show up on the show at any given moment. Yeah, it's we'll definitely have to have you back on the podcast.
So,
Maybe for a new cast of characters in a couple months just to introduce you to or maybe see what baby Tesoro is up to. Who knows?
yeah, let's see how he's developing.
Hopefully a long and happy life. Still
Keep
eating
up
like a
the-
linebacker. I don't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah, infants, you know.
Um, folks, if you're listening, thank you so much for listening. If you like the podcast, leave me a little rating, a review, subscribe, do all the things. What you're already listening, you know what to do. You can follow the podcast on Instagram at So Are the Days Podcast. You can follow me on TikTok at Days of Our Live. That's me. And yeah, I guess what was one of our sound off in the comments if you're an adjunct college professor and let me know what your salary is.
Need to know that.
Need to know basis. Cullen, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Olivia. I had a blast. It was
Those were the
amazing.
days of our lives. Thanks, guys.